Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to Triple R. Today we are going to be shooting the Sierra 100 grain Varminters out of the 7mm-08. Now the 7mm-08 is not specifically a varmint cartridge. It's more of an all-purpose cartridge. It can really take anything from a coyote to an elk, and even bigger, I guess. But it's not really geared toward varminting, but I believe it could be a really cool varmint cartridge. And if you didn't have anything else and that was your default rifle, could it be done? Well, of course. This is going to be very fast and flat, and within reasonable distances you should not have much drop at all. Let's go to the range now and see what happens. All right, so on these 100 grain Varminters, I'm not shooting groups today. I've got 7 shots in a ladder test, and I just want to see what kind of velocity that I can possibly get out of them. I don't have exact data from a book, so I'm going with something that's very close, and that's kind of why I'm so spread out with 7 different shots. I just kind of want to gauge the spectrum of what kind of velocity I can possibly get using IMR 4064. The first one was around 2840 something, which is pretty slow for a 100 grain bullet, but it was the first of 7, each going up in powder charges, so not too concerned about it. The second one said 137.8. Obviously that's wrong. And then the third one said error, and I noticed the chronograph reader part of it was really hot, so I took it apart and I put it underneath the counter, the shooting bench in the shade, let it cool off for a minute, walk down here. If I did have one that was 137 or even 1300 feet per second, it should have a dramatic point of impact shift, so we can tell when we look at the 3 here if they're all over the place speed wise. But I'm pretty sure the chronograph is overheating, and I'm gonna let it cool for a second. If it continues to do this, I'm going to stop for the day, and I'll come back tomorrow and finish this out, let the chronograph cool off. I've been having my ammo underneath the counter to keep it cool. I've been using a little fan that goes in the chamber of the rifle and setting it over in the shade, and drinking lots of water myself. It's just a hot day, very humid, and apparently the chronograph's having trouble too. Let's look at these first 3 shots. You can clearly tell they're not all over the place. They're right there within about 1 inch, maybe slightly over 1 inch. So it's definitely the chronograph. Let's let everything cool down and see if it continues. If it does, I'll pick this video back up tomorrow and we'll finish it then. But for you, it'll be right now. All right, it is the same day. I got those last 4 shots off. The first 3 worked perfectly, got a good reading. The last one, once again, said 132 miles per hour. So I think it's either too hot or too much direct sunlight, something. The goal of this video kind of failed. My goal was to just get really good velocity and see if I got pressure with IMR 4064. I did not get good velocity. I probably ended up around 3100 if it hadn't glitched out. I got 33 something out of 110 grain bullet in a different video. You may or may not have seen that yet. If not, it will be coming out shortly. So 100 grain bullet, 3100 feet per second, not at all what I wanted. So unfortunately, you know, I was hoping at the end of the video I could say, all right, you can get incredible velocity out of a 7mm-08 and it would be great for varmint hunting. And then I was going to do a follow-up video, maybe shooting some groups and trying to figure out exactly how accurate that I could get it. However, I'm back to square one. Apparently IMR 4064 is not the powder. So comment below if any of you guys shot the 100 grain Sierra Varminter. If you have, what powder did you use? I'd love to know, because I'm kind of going to go back to the drawing board and try to get better velocity. Personally, I think I should get 3350, 3400, and I need to figure out what powder will do that. So if you have any ideas, comment below. While we're down here, I mean, I shot 7 shots. It's not a group, but we might as well look at it. Not bad at all. That's 7 shots in about probably 2 inches, maybe 1 3/4 inches. And so it's not a group, but hey, it definitely was not all over the place on velocity. That was the chronograph. But anyway, if you have any experience with this bullet, leave the comment below. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. More videos like this coming out. Hopefully I can make a follow-up video where I actually get good velocity. Hopefully you guys have a great day. Until next time, take care.